why Disneyland is superior to Disney World, okay? It's the churros. It's the churros. Once you've had the churros at Disneyland and you have them at Disney World, you're kind of disgusted.
You know, sometimes I can't take you Disneylanders seriously. Story time from Disney. Now, if you follow me on a regular basis, you know that I used to be a cast member. That's me! Disneyland is superior. Our fried dough is better. Yeah? Have you been to our France pavilion? In the last few months, I've done a couple videos about the difference between Disneyland and Disney World. And I have found out Disneyland people are testy. Like, super testy. And don't get me wrong, it's part of your charm. And I will admit, Disneyland quick service is better. But also, could you point me to your Michelin restaurant? Oh, that's in Orlando. Well, just point me to one of your Michelin chefs. Oh, that's also in Orlando. I'm just poking the bear. You have so many. Grizzly, country, fried. Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're comparing Buicks to Fiats. You see, I love both Disneyland and Disney World. They both have their own styles and feel, and it takes different things to make different people happy. Somebody that likes Buicks won't always like Fiats. And then you got people like me who just like cars. Now, I've said many times that Disneyland and Disney World, the difference is quality over quantity. But honestly, that's not really true. You see, Disneyland is a much smaller park. And because Disneyland focuses on their day guests more, they get better quick service. They get more obscure characters. And they're able to keep certain rides that are more vintage and wouldn't fit well in Disney World. They sure do like their slow-moving vehicles. They're tight, compact, sleek, cool. And then you got Disney World. Their queues are much bigger because, they weren't built in the 50s, making them much more wheelchair accessible than their counterpart. They also have a lot more space, so they can add a lot more things. We have 2 water parks, golfing, mini golf. Not only does Disney have a Michelin star restaurant, they have another restaurant with a Michelin star chef. Both parks are good. Both of them are pretty. Both of them have their own things. One of the biggest differences between Disneyland guests and Disney World guests is Disneyland guests will never admit when something isn't good. Now, I know Dapper Danielle would be ashamed, but I don't think the churros are good at either one. I do admit the Disneyland churros are better, but I don't think I could ever base which park is better based off their churros. Now, turkey legs will have a whole different conversation. I need both parks to season so much more. You can get a spicy one at Disney Springs in Orlando, but now you can get a lemon pepper one at Disneyland. And I love them equally. Now, when you talk to a Disney Worlder about any issue you have with the park, they're always like, yeah, that place sucks. But they also secretly love it, or outspokenly love it, and also hate it. Disneylanders will never admit anything is bad ever. Until something happens to it, and then they're like, yeah, we hated that too. And honestly, we're all just the siblings of the same mouse. We say potato, they say Potato Land. I gotta say, my favorite is when people will say, well, our park is Walt's park. And you're not wrong. But also, it seemed like Walt got done playing with those toys and went and got new toys. He didn't live long enough to play with them. Again, just poking your country bear. I'll never touch the country bears. But you and I, we're the same. We can both enjoy our parks and each other's parks because they're special in their own way. And you Disneylanders are ride or die. Disney Worlders are not. Like, we won't go down with the ship. Like, we as Disney Worlders were so hardcore about Muppet 3D and then they took it away from us and we just were like, oh, okay. Is that what happened at Disneyland? But we also at Disney World expect to keep moving forward. We expect the experience to be different every time. We don't want the old experience, we want new. We're nostalgic in the way that we're like, take the building down, but like keep the vibe. You have roaming gangs with leather vests. We have big birds that steal hot dogs. They are also a gang. Disney World is so big that you can stay in the bubble and do 100 different things. Disneyland, I can see Denny's from the monorail. So, did I mention I love Disneyland? So you even have a hat. But you're like Woody, and we're like Buzz. You're the old classic vintage toy that the kid still loves to play with. And we're the Space Ranger that Walt Disney picked up and knocked you off the bed with. But we're also having playtime together. On a secret mission in uncharted space. That's us. And you're more like, there's a snake in my boat. Classic. Much